Hello again. I'm a very happy chappy today because I've been working on the Z3, and the Z3 is one of my favourite cars. I really do like this car. It drives so well, it's handles really well, it's really fast, it's got some good power in it. And it's just great. The sun's out, so I thought, right, I haven't used it for a couple of years. It's been in my garden. I usually swap each year, either using the black compact or the Z3M, but I've been using the compact for the last couple of years. Anyway, this is what I've been doing just to get the car up and running. There has been a few problems. I pulled the cover off the Z3 because I haven't used this car last year, I think. No, year before last. Last time I used it. The battery still has life in it, but I thought I'd put a charger on it. It was working fine when it came into the garden. Let's see if I can get the bonnet open. So I used to fire it up every 6 weeks or so, and then one day it just wouldn't start. So what happens with a lot of cars that I find that I don't use for a while, is I hit the ignition. It's a bit hard to hear with the boiler's just kicked in, but the starter motor isn't priming. So it seems to be, starter motors work alright, they're used every now and then if you don't use them for a while, especially if it's low on fuel, I think they go dry, and when you do go to use it, they don't work. You can bang them about a bit, but I thought I might as well just replace it, take it out and put a new one in. The Z3 specific one, this is a Z3M, this one, so they're really expensive starter motors. But I've got a couple, E36, E46, they all seem similar, so I thought I'd just try that anyway. I've got a Subaru one, which some people use, and the BMWs as well. I'm gonna have to give it a wipe because it's got a bit of mould on it. I think I might take the roof off and let the sun into it and give it a good clean. And it might be easier getting to the fuel pump with the roof off. Last work I did on this was the washers on the seat rail, because the seat used to slide backwards and forwards when you didn't want it to. Just like 10 mil or so, but it was quite annoying. But I love this car, I really do. This is one of my favourite cars, and it goes. It's got the M3 engine in it, and it's just an amazing car. And it's the wide-bodied one, so it's got a bit more testosterone, and you don't see many now. They're getting a bit rarer. Look at just mess I've got everywhere. Right, and I was expecting to see a bit of a mess when I pulled the cover off. Look, there's a couple of bits I need to get sorted out, but generally it's in quite good condition. So I need to get the wheels refurbed. They were brand new discs. No, I think the back ones were brand new. I've got front ones for it, and I've replaced some. Yeah, I think they were new. They might clean up. Right, let's get the fuel pump out. Oh, yeah, because the fuel pumps, the tank is at an angle. If it's got fuel in it, it tends to fall out when you take the fuel pump cover off. So I'll disconnect all the cables and start undoing it and see if it's got a quarter of a tank in it. I seem to remember. Yeah, if that. So I might be alright. I'll take it off and have a look, pull the pump out and see what we can do. Alright, these pipes came off easy enough. You just push that green bit in and then wiggle it off. And this ring that holds it all in, I just got a hammer with a piece of wood and just tapped it a couple of times, and you can do it by hand, and that saves burying all the ends up. You can usually tell if it's at a fuel pump. People use a screwdriver and give it a good whack. Yeah, I've pulled that out and fuel started coming out, so we haven't got a lot of fuel in it. I'm going to try jacking the front of the car up and hopefully that will get the fuel to go to the back of the tank. I don't even know what size the tank is, how it's going to work. Otherwise, I might be able to get a pipe on one of these pipes and siphon it out. I've put a pipe onto the outlet from the fuel pump and been trying to siphon through that, but that's not having it at all. So usually I don't have much success siphoning from the tank, but I presume because it's straight into the tank, it seems to be working very well. I don't think I've got to take that much out, but I'll get as much as I can, and then have another go at getting the pump out without fuel going everywhere. Right, I've got about 10 litres out of it, so we'll try and wiggle it about and see if we can do it, get it out without any fuel coming out. Aha, that's promising. Right, let's pull it out. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here because this has got like quite a bit of rust on it. So it's a plastic tank. Is it rust? Oh, it's like some sort of, it's not rust, it's some sort of like coating. I've never seen that before. I'll give that a clean up. Right, so I need to get this fuel pump out. So basically, unclip the fuel, the power and the negative, take this off. I have to undo these black rubber supports, slide it out, and then see which other pump I've got that's compatible. I took the float arm off. That isn't rust, it just flakes off. It looks like rust, but it's not. Don't know what it is. It's very strange, some film. But these rubbers, the black that comes off them, it's like really, it's like chewed licorice. I wonder if this has had ethanol in it. Apparently, any BMW can run with ethanol in. So the guy at the ethanol garage told me. I've always used regular fuel, but it's getting harder to get now. Right, so I've disconnected that one. I've just got to disconnect this one and the earth, and this should come out. One more rubber thing to get off. Right, that's the fuel pump out. I had to heat up the plastic bit just to, it's old. It's been in a harsh environment, just to pull it out. But I've just realised there's supposed to be a sack on the end of here to filter anything before it goes into the pump. But the fact it was working when the car got parked there and not working now makes me think it's just gone kaput because it hasn't been used. So I need to pry. There's like little wedges, either there's 1, 2 and one there, 3. I have to sort of prise them apart so I can push the pump out. Yeah, I think I'll have to wedge a couple of screwdrivers in. Yeah, these are like the little hooks that hold the actual motor in. So what I did was I just pushed some feeler gauge just to hold these away from the pump, and then you just push from the bottom and it pops out. Right, let's see what pumps I got. Right, this is a brand new one I've brought. I've had it a while. It's not quite as wide. And the Subaru, that's a replacement that was working fine. That came out when I upgraded the compressor one. That's the same size as well. That's not big enough. I don't know if you can see, but it's not far off it, but it's not the same width. Right, let's see what else I got. Yeah, I found the bottom of the pump, the filter bit. That was at the bottom of the tank. I had to fish it out. There's no markings anywhere on this pump as to what pump it is. I might just get some dimensions off it and see, just so I know I've got something compatible. Video. That's all it says. There's no other markings, which makes you think it's possibly, well, Bosch would have Bosch written on it. They'd be quite proud, I would have thought. So I presume this is a aftermarket one. Well, that's the BMW, the Z3 one pump, which I'm really struggling to get hold of another one. It's definitely bigger than ones you normally get. What I've done is there's some fins at the bottom. I managed to get one rotating slightly, and then it would move. You could put power to the pump through the terminals. That's negative, that's positive, and it would turn instantly, and then you could reverse it, the polarity, and it would turn back the other way. So I've been doing that for ages, trying to get it to rock loose. I've been hitting it, banging on the floor. I've sprayed loads of oil and brake cleaner down there, but it's just, I don't know if it's jammed or yeah, and this yellow stuff just wiped off. So that's like some sort of, I don't know what's been going on in the fuel tank. So this one I've just put negative and positive to the pump, just with a bit of water so I know which polarity it is. And now I'm going to fit that into the pump housing and use that temporarily until I get another one of those, the right ones. But this is for a car with 270 horsepower, and that's got 320 something. So it's not a million miles away. Well, 50 horsepower, but we'll see what happens. That's the Subaru pump. I've lubricated that. It's been submerged in fuel for donkeys anyway, so it's rotating a fraction, and you can reverse it or rotate a fraction. This is separated with plastic, the positive and negative, so these were the feeds that went to it, whereas on the Subaru one they're right next to each other, and I thought I don't fancy these two, positive and negative, being right next to each other in a fuel tank. So I've put these tails on, which I will connect to these with crimps. I've worked it out. This line here, which is fading out, is the height I need to be for the fuel pump to sit in the same place as the original one, because it's smaller. So if I feed everything up, I've cut the fuel feed pipe the right length, so that will restrict it going up or down. And then I think I can get a couple of cable ties around these parts and the pump to hold it in place. I don't do anything drastic or cut or drill in here, because I'll need that for when I get the new pump. Well, that's all done, back together again. We've got the float level sender. You've got to be careful, you've got to make sure this is all clean and in exactly where it needs to be, or else it's stiff and it doesn't work very well. I can't see this going anywhere, and even if it does, what's it going to do? It's going to not suck up or I don't know. It's only temporary. Hopefully I can get the thing running. These licorice things, I need to get some more of them. They're horrible. They're just breaking down. Yeah, we'll chuck it in and see what happens. I've had to extend the cables, the positive and negative. I think the green's positive. I did write it on there. I did test it with my continuity tested thing, power thing. Right, I'll stick it in, and that'll be one way to find out. I don't know if you can see that. That's a Spitfire doing somersaults and all that. It's just gone behind the house. Right, that's all in. So it didn't look like it primed with the ignition on. I don't really want to start it because I'd like the fuel pump to go before trying to start it. I'm going to check the oil anyway and everything else, make sure it's ready to go. Right, oil's good, water's good. If I do a quick flick, I should be able to, the fuel pump should run after the engine's turned over. I have to wait for the plane to stop. Right. Oh, it primed. That's really weird. Where did the fuel pump go then? Oh, what a beauty. That's the first time it started in ages. I see the fuel gauge is not working, so I'm going to look into that and find out what's going on. It wasn't quite hard getting it back in there again. Right, I'm going to check everything's alright. That's great, that's what I mean, but I have noticed a few little cracks on the rubbers. So I might get new ones of those. Yeah, the only way I can get it out, I can't go this way, is either crane over the wall, or I have to move everything out of this garage and get it through that little gap there. So I'd have to take the mirrors off and just fit it in with the mirrors holding back. But chuffed to bits that it's running now. Really pleased. I've just worked out what's happened. When I let it run before, it just cut out. And now, when I try starting it, you can hear the fuel pump going. And then I realised it's obviously run out of fuel because I've sucked it all out. Didn't even think about that. Right, I think that wraps this one up. So pleased. I'm gonna give it a good clean. Leather conditioner, clean all the dash, get the roof off. I might even go to Wales and get a new soft top made because the one on this one's terrible. And the hard top's great in winter, but in summer, you can't tell. At the moment it's lovely and sunny, but it could rain. Forecast is up and down, so if you've got the roof down and it's knackered, you're a bit stuck. And if it's a hot day, you can't just take the hard top off because it's quite a job getting off. Right, well, thanks for watching. I can't wait to start using it again. That's the one.